Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. Now you wouldn't believe it, but it's near the third week of April and it's absolutely chilly. I won't say it's freezing, but it's I'm in a coat with a hat on, so that tells you how warm it is. Although I'm not working at the moment, so come out. I was going to do some work and then I bottled it and sod it. I'm going down the shed, do a beer review. I'm getting up the set, getting up the arse, getting on the settee, putting a Marvel film on and chilling. So anyway, from Totally Brewed, who have sadly demised, it's their Barrel Chapters Verse 2. It's a bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout with vanilla pods. 12% this one. So we'll crack it open and see how it plays. I had it first over at Totally Brewed. On the night, the release night, like a posh release night for this. So yeah, it was a good night, to be fair. Little did we know that they won't be around 6 months later. Super sad. Obviously, there's always, I don't know. Business is tough, but sometimes you have to look different. You know, there's means and ways. So it's a black pour with a tan head on this. Vanilla, of course. Boozy, woody vanilla. Smells gorgeous. Chocolate as well. Oh, it's a bloody... It's not really the beer for 5 o'clock on the Monday afternoon, but hey, sod it. It's my last treat. There are no more big beers, possibly until after July, unless I go to a pub and there's a big one on offer and I get it as a third or something. So yeah, this is it. The beer wall starting to although I could take off the ones that are double and fill the gaps in, but the beer wall is gonna start to disappear again. And for the most part, I'll be doing beer reviews in the garden soon, so you'll not really see the, well, when it warms up. But I mean, compared to last year, everything's lovely and green. It's lush, it's green. Stuff's growing, it's just, it's not bloody warm. It's what we didn't want when you've had your heating on all winter to still have to put your flipping heating on because it's not warm enough. And some wazzock in our house has left the upstairs bathroom window open. So it's cooled right down upstairs. So yeah, not overly pleased with who's done that. I mean, there's such a thing as going for a shower or bath and leaving the window open to get rid of condensation and then shutting the bloody window 10 minutes after to get once the condensation's gone. Or slightly after that. Not to leave the window open with cool air blowing in, cooling the house down a treat. But hey ho, they'll live and learn. I'm looking at my homebrew stack and it's starting to deplete. I mean, the fact is I've got to load up the house, but most of that's not for. And I've got 2 barrels here, but I'm saving it for July. It's dead weird. I think I might brew some wine again soon. Once the wedding's out of the way, do some nice red wine and let it age. He says that's my problem. Can't let out age. I don't know these. Yeah, you get people talking to you and they say, "Oh yeah, I've had this beer aged for 2 years," and I'm like, "Fucking hell! How do you do that?" I ain't got a decent beer. That if I got a decent beer in the house, it's gone. There's no aging. I don't do aging. Yeah, it gets drank. Jobs are good, and the only aging I do are the beers that I don't want to drink or I buy and think, "Oh, can't be bothered." And I've stopped doing that so much now. I've stopped buying beers for the sake of, like going into supermarkets, buying every new release. One, 50 other people are reviewing it all at the same time, and unless you're the first one on the list, the views go down for every other person who reviews it because everybody's already reviewed it. So, you know, unless you like that particular reviewer, or i.e. me, there's no point. So, hence why I've stopped. It's simple as that. I'll review beers when I want to review them. I'm not reviewing them just because everybody else is reviewing them. Or jumping on bloody bandwagons. So, bit of a chit chat beer review today. Before I go up the house and get in the warm. 17 degrees upstairs in the house because of that window being open. And obviously heat rises, so that means downstairs it's like 16 or 15. Bloody cold. Good thing I've got the Calagas fire downstairs. Trying to keep the heating off, you know. Although I wish the greedy bloody government would scrap the standing charge. While the prices that they are, scrap the standing charge. It's an absolute diabolical. We've got the crappiest government ever. Looking after the rich. Yeah, let's look after the rich who can afford to do whatever they like. And you see people going on holidays. Oh, I've had to wait 6 hours at Dover. You're lucky you can go on a bloody holiday. Eh? I was going away for 3 weeks and I got delayed. Yeah, up yours. I've no actual sympathy for any of them. You know, there's lots of people who can't afford to eat, can't afford to you know, and they go to work. You know, they're not people who, you know, as it were, really fleecing the you know, the system. I mean, there's lots of people who can't work because they've got, you know, whatever, and some people can't work because they can't get a job because they haven't got the skill set for that, for whatever job they're trying to go for. Although they say there's 1 million jobs in Britain at the moment. Well, there's 1 million people then. Surely either there's a lot of people who are not qualified, or there's a lot of people who look at the cost, look at the jobs, and look at maybe if they're not working and they are getting benefits, that the benefits outweigh the job. And it's sad, because if the help was given to just tip people up a little bit more, then you won't get that situation. I mean, I'm working 6 days a week now, and I will be all the way up till November. So I literally get December, January, February off, and then back in from March till November. It is what it is. I'm used to it now. When I win the lottery, I won't do it, but there you go. So certainly getting the vanilla from this, certainly getting the wood. It's a nice Imperial Stout. However, it hasn't got the flavour that came with the cherry. I don't know if it's just me, but there's a slight blandness with this. It's got the ABV without a shadow of a doubt. Now the temperature in it is obviously not room temperature. The one I had last night came from room temperature. This is what you would associate with pretty much fridge temperature, but it's not that cold in here. So you know, if you bought it out the fridge, you give it half an hour or so, that's the sort of temperature that this is. And like I say, Imperial beers that come out of that, they always feel thinner to me, whereas beers that are a little bit warmer feel thicker. I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong. I'm no expert. Always makes me laugh when people say, "Oh, look at the expert," and I'm no expert. I'm just somebody who likes a beer and has an opinion and made a channel, and doesn't make me an expert. But yeah, at work today, the nearly 3 years. In this August, I'll have been there 3 years at this workplace. Time has flown. From those times when I was in that job and every single day felt like a week, you was dreading the days when the idiot was in. I was dreading it, absolutely dreading, and you just hated work. And, I mean, I love gardening, and I would stay out. I wouldn't go in at break times, dinner times. I'd stay out. Why? Because it was a lot less hassle staying out and trying to go in for a later dinner. But even doing that, the work bully, would wait around just to, give a little nugget of his personality, shall we say. Getting nuttiness now in this. Don't ask me where I'm getting that from. I've had a bag of crisp about 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Roast chicken. So whether it's that or not, I've no idea. But yeah, today at work, I did the mowing. My vision. You have a vision, and last year the vision was ruined because we had such a hot summer and such a dry summer, and you can have heat, but as long as you're getting the moisture, then you're getting like a subtropical climate. Heat and rain, things grow at a phenomenal rate, absolutely phenomenal rate. At the moment we're getting the rain, we've got the wet, the ground's lovely and moist. We're just not getting that heat at the moment. But when it comes, wow, it should, hopefully. I mean, they're saying that the Earth's warmed up, but it's actually gone colder in the UK. Actually about 2 degrees lower. And they're saying the Earth's warmed up by a degree and a half. Well, we're not in that bloody degree. We're on the shit side of the things. Certainly in East Midlands we are. Well, today I've sowed a load of butternut and pumpkin seeds, dug holes, sowed a load. I've got like hanging baskets that have got their own water things, reservoirs, shall we say. I've sowed them into them. I've wrapped a bag round to create a mini environment. So when the heat does kick in, they should germinate quick. It should keep the heat in. They should germinate quicker and establish their root system quicker with a reservoir underneath that they can tap into to really accelerate their growth. And I'm really looking forward to seeing if it works, because it's a gamble. It's a gamble. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this year brings. I'm looking forward to that. Today I've also sowed a load more dahlia seeds. I've got a load more to sow, and then I've got some splitting of seedlings to do and plant them up into pots. And literally I'm hitting it from every angle as hard as I personally can. And then obviously I'm also working hard. And now we've got beer festivals coming up, and I was a bit worried that I wasn't going to get to beer festivals simply because of the cost of everything. And then I'm doing my own Raggies Beer Festival. I need to send some invites out to people and see if they fancy coming to Nottingham. Obviously, I can't invite the old bloody community out. It's literally not doable. There are a few people from the beer world I'd like to see come here. Obviously people have got wives, families and kids and that. It's not always easy, it's not. And then it's the cost, and I understand the cost of living crisis, and you invite people because you think, yeah, they can either get home easily or if they have to stay at a hotel, you know, whether they've got the finances to do it. And yeah, it's a tough one. And I'd love a grand party for our wedding and a grand beer festival. But yeah, it's not going to transpire. I was kind of given a little nugget of hope that something like that may have transpired, but it didn't really turn out. And I think it's all been forgotten now. And I think that's the world of beer for you. Things are said and then in the heat of the moment and then swiftly forgotten. And I think we're all as guilty of that when we say stuff and then you think afterwards, shit, I kind of went overboard there. I mean, luckily now, I'm at 5 mini kegs now, and I'm at 2 barrels. I need to got to send a message out, try and tap somebody up for another barrel, and there may well be 5 barrels, well, or supposed barrels, of raggy beer, and then at least 15 to 20 mini kegs from local breweries, because some of the local breweries aren't doing mini kegs, they aren't doing bagging boxes, and it's like, and then I had one that said, oh, you can buy cans. Yeah, I'm not fucking buying your cans. Your cans are £4 or £5 each. Yeah, 8 cans, 40 quid, when a mini keg is like 25 to 30. You know, I can't do that. And then plus, if I bought cans, people would just take the bloody can and nick the can and put it in the pocket. I'm not fucking daft. You know, I'd do the same myself. Good. So yeah, things are getting interesting at work. I may well do a beer review at work, but with an update. Today was the day to do it because really nobody there, just me. But I will do it soon. And when it's on a quiet day, when I know everyone's peed off home, I might stop at both either workplace and do a walk round and do a video of the workplaces and show the progression. And I'm happy. Nothing's ever perfect because you're battling the elements, you're battling wildlife. Just tell you now, you're battling people and their wildlife actions, trampling all over your plants and stuff. It happens. Pulling plants up, yeah, I've had all that. Yeah, yeah, little buggers. Um, but as years go, it's getting interesting all the time. Um, and I'm looking forward to seeing the progression and where it goes, for the future at both workplaces, and also the progression of the beer channel, beer review channel. At the moment, we're getting closer and closer to 3,700. Or was it 700? I can't remember now. Or was it 600? I'm not sure if I'm on 3,660 or 560. Can't remember. But it might be 660. But yeah, the channel's growing. It's not certainly not going viral or anything. I don't think, because I don't hang on to any other channel and I just do things on my own, and I don't do maybe what others do. I don't know. I don't understand how things go. Or certainly I haven't had any lucky breaks. I know there's channels out there that have had lucky breaks and it's bumped their channels up. I never really had that. It's just slowly and methodically gone up a little bit here and there. I suppose I don't do food reviews and all that sort of stuff. Obviously I've done the odd piss take one, but yeah. There you go. So, 20 minutes. And I always knew this was going to be a chat. I did like a tribute to Totally Brewed in the cherry one. This was more of a chat and more of a neck and ice beer, to be fair. Preferred the cherry one. Like I say, it's a shame that Totally Brewed have gone. They had some good beers over the years. I did notice a decline in the last year. It was getting very pale ale orientated. Although the German chocolate cake, the chocolate cake one they did was bloody stunning. And it's gutting that something like that won't see the light of day again. Um, I mean, for a brand, they're on cask around me. And I mean, there's breweries around us that you don't see their beers very often, or they're not really putting a lot of beer out there. Um, and it's a shame, really. Neon Raptor, for me, if they went a bit more cask in their itinerary, that'd be amazing. I know cask is generally cheaper than keg, because with keg you have to have the price of the packaging on, and so these are things you can factor out of it. I mean, but in any case, 21 minutes now. Wow, proper raggy chat review. This will probably be seen on Wednesday or Tuesday, maybe tomorrow night, Tuesday. Forget the days. You know the days. It's like tomorrow night. I'll be working till near enough 7 o'clock tomorrow night from 6:45 in the morning. So it's going to be a long, long bloody day. So for me, a good 4.5 out of 5 for this one. Didn't like this as much as the cherry one, even though same basic barrel with the flavouring or whatever added at some stage, the vanilla or whatever it was. But yeah, but anyway, cheers Totally Brewed, and cheers everyone. I will keep chucking these chat reviews in, and then hopefully we'll get back onto the lives at some stage. But yeah, when life changes, I think. Cheers.